What's up, guys? So a lot of you have questions on, hey Sumner, how can I get started with private labeling or with Amazon FBA with very little to no money? There actually is a way, right? And that isn't like, hey, only invest $500 or $1,000 in your own product. And actually, it's not about creating your own product or your own brand at all. So here's the thing, and this is actually something that I wanted to share with you. I'm actually at my Airbnb in Austin right now, so I just want to kind of share this. But something I'm actually planning on doing is approaching one of my former clients. I used to have a small kind of marketing agency where I helped small businesses and mid-sized businesses with their social media marketing efforts, and it was very successful. However, it consumed a lot of my time. It's not as scalable as private label, which is why I'm now full-time in private label, and it's been really, really, really incredible. So I'm going to approach one of my clients, and they basically have this really successful brand outside of Amazon. And I just realized, it kind of just hit me, I'm like, they don't sell a single product on Amazon. So what I plan to do, and this is something that you can do, is approach existing brands or existing products and use the knowledge that, that I've given you and that you've learned through YouTube, through Facebook, and other places, right? Learning about Amazon FBA. This is extremely powerful, powerful information. If you don't really have the money to start right now, or you don't have the confidence, what you can do, another option for you that costs you literally nothing, just some time, a little bit of time, but it'll just cost you your time, is to approach existing brands and products that sell well, or that do well outside of Amazon, or at least relatively well, and that you believe that there is an opportunity on Amazon. You can do this using keyword research, using some of the research techniques that I showed you to identify these kind of products, especially products that already have somewhat of a brand name. Private label products that are not on Amazon that have somewhat of a brand name that people are typing on Amazon, every single day, every month, right? You can approach these businesses and say, hey, I will take your product, put it onto the world's largest e-commerce platform, right? 56% of all online sales in the United States are made on Amazon.com. I can take your product for free, right? You don't have to pay me a dime. I'll do all the work with listing optimization, creating your listing, your product photography. If they don't already have, great product photos, which they probably should, but just in case, just do all the work for free. And in return, you get a percent of either, it could be net profits, like a net profit sharing agreement. It could be a percent of revenue, 5%, 10% of monthly revenue, to where for them, the brand, it's like, okay, they know that you're newer, right? And you have all the knowledge and skills, right? But it may be kind of your first time or your first product, so you might be a little bit nervous. But think about it, for them, right? They have somebody doing all this free work that would cost them hundreds or thousands, likely thousands of dollars to do the entire kind of work and the entire setup. They pay it to you, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't cost them anything. And if it does work out, right? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't cost you guys anything. It just costs you your time, and then it's kind of wasted. Although you should definitely have success with this, if you really put the work in and follow a lot of what I teach. And then number two, if it is successful, right, on the upside, which it should be, and hopefully it is that you now have a recurring monthly source of income. It may not be a ton, right, because it's only percent of revenue or percent of profit, but this can actually be a great way to get started on Amazon FBA, and it literally costs you nothing. And it's something else to keep in mind too. You may be thinking, oh, well, Sumner, what about like software subscriptions, or what about, sorry, there's like a FedEx passing. What about a software subscription or a, Amazon PPC costs? Well, what you can do in that case is, to manage the PPC, set up the listing, to use the tools and all that kind of stuff is totally free. But the cost of the tools, you can kind of pass that on to your prospective client, right? You can just kind of talk to your prospect or your client about that and say, hey, we would pass on the cost to you. Here's what they would be, kind of break them down in a nice kind of spreadsheet or a nice document, and kind of show them what it would look like. Give them projections for what your expected revenue or profit could be, right? You can lay all that out, kind of do the work. And again, it will take work, it take time, right? Just like launching your own product, and it may not be as profitable, but the benefit is you can get started with literally no money, right? And if you don't believe me, like I said, I'm actually planning. The reason I kind of thought of this is I just had this epiphany while I was on my trip. I'm thinking that I'm actually going to approach one of my former clients. We'll see if they're even interested. But if they are interested, in kind of basically me doing all the work for free and then just getting a percent of net profit or revenue or whatever they want to kind of work out, I'm going to actually ask them as well if I can secure this deal to start posting and showing you guys kind of how to do this entire process step by step. So I may do kind of a series on YouTube or on Facebook where I create videos showing, hey, here's how I'm taking product photos. And you can literally see like the listing in real time, right? I'm going to share all the details, right? I can't really do that with my own brand and products, but I'll talk to, to my contact and kind of see if this would even be doable, if this kind of goes through. And if you guys are interested in that, let me know, because I'm kind of debating on whether I should or should not. But I think it could be really, really cool to show you guys product photography, listing optimization. You guys can literally check into where I tell you guys, hey, here's how much revenue I'm making or profit that the brand or the product is making. You guys can literally verify that on your own. You can literally like type it into Amazon and find out. I won't disclose any details now, but if it goes through, I definitely will. And if it doesn't work out with this client, I'll find some other way. I really want to do some kind of case study in the future. And if you guys are interested in that, let me know. But I thought this tip would be super helpful for you guys. I hope it is. If it is, let me know by giving me a thumbs up and commenting below. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions, as always, let me know. And thanks for watching.